Right.
I'm gonna miss that opening.
I know.
How many episodes left? Like 4 or 5?
I think there should be 4 or something. 4 or 5, yeah. I think there'll be about 45 episodes when it ends.
Okay.
Yeah. Kamen Rider 01. If you haven't seen it, you should.
Rip in peace, Kamen Rider Zero.
I know.
This show was too good.
I know. I can only imagine how good those extra, 3 episodes would have been that we didn't have for specials. I think there was 3 or 4 episodes for specials.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah. But, oh well. It's still good. I still like it. So.
We shed a single tear for Kamen Rider 01.
Mm-hmm. I'll miss that show when it's gone.
I know, because the new show that's coming out, Saber, we're sweating bullets because it's written by the guy who wrote
The Ghost Rider, yeah.
And that one's not
I told Devin, I said everything was visually appealing until I saw that the Ghost Rider was associated with. That's the worst visual I've seen. Is that on screen?
Yeah, and you're just oh, please, for the love of God, let him learn from his mistakes on Ghost.
Yeah, the fact that there's 10 writers is that's a lot of writers. So it can either go really, really well or it's going to go really, really bad. I don't know. I think it'll be good. But so far, the last few Kamen Riders have been a hit, I think. Zio was goofy, but it was an anniversary. It was supposed to be goofy.
Yeah, I know. It's just so. I've been hurt before, Wes.
Right.
I've been hurt before. Anytime because look, he even has a little thing, half a wizard thing.
I saw that
and
too.
I was like, oh no, a wizard design.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is dangerous.
Oh no. Oh, someone photoshopped together. They were like, could you imagine if Saber was going on the same time as Kyoryuger or Ryu Soldier?
Ryu Soldier.
Because they also had the dragon arm power up. Yeah, so they were both standing there next to each other, looking almost exactly the same. That's really funny.
It works.
So you have the dinosaur arm.
It's a cool design.
It is cool. So, speaking of cool designs, this week's art.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Forced segues. I'll take incredibly forced segues for 200, Alex.
It wasn't incredibly forced. We were talking about designs and stuff.
What are we looking at anyway this week, man?
Well, I wasn't aware of what we were looking at until just now.
I know.
It's the beauty of film.
Yeah.
We were looking at the storytellers around a fire, if I am guessing correctly.
Yes. So, and you can see at the bottom of the screen, it should still be on the screen, I don't think it'll be covered up by us. You can see our character down sketches. There. Yeah, you'll definitely see the sketch of the character. The little paper might be cut off, I'm not sure. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about the little thumbnails that I have above our character.
Yeah.
So.
And this takes place in this sort of that pink sky area from all the other pictures.
The deserts and all that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird alternate dimension area almost or something.
Feels
I'm starting to think of it as kind of like one of those, this is a world on top of a world area. Something like that, because I kind of like that idea, because it makes sense that that's where some of that other mystical stuff would be that we wanted to fit in later.
That's true.
So, plus it's kind of cool if you could go there, stuff like that. I like weird fantasy stuff like that.
Yeah.
You take a wrong turn and you're in another world, that kind of thing. What?
Take a wrong turn, suddenly there's a truck in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a different world.
I mean, yes.
Right. All right.
In another world with my truck.
Is that the country isekai?
I thought there was one that was like that. I feel like I recall.
In another world with my truck, and we're in love, and it's socially acceptable. All right, we're gonna start this off right now. I'm in love with my car. I fuck your truck.
I was going for Freddie Mercury, but sure.
Oh, there's some song. Oh, it was the guy's like, I'll drive your truck or something, but me and Devin used to say Whataburger all the time and they'd play it, so one time I was just like, I fuck your truck, I'll dick every window down.
Dick every window
because he says roll every window down.
Yeah, no, I got it. I don't like it, but I got it.
My life ain't been right since I quit beating my wife.
I don't recall that being the lyrics.
It's not, but It
feels right in a country setting.
Yeah, you can still see the mic. I think that's the mic.
Is
little pad there in the corner. Oh, wait, that will be covered up by us. Yay. I just saw I moved the light a little bit. Oh, there, I got rid of it anyway. You can't even see it, but I got rid of it.
Magic of editing.
The magic of live TV. So.
And this is pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Never forget exactly.
That. Never forget that, chat.
Yeah. Pre-recorded in the court of Henry VIII.
Yes. I'll pretend I know what that means, because I'm not smart enough to get Wes's jokes.
There's no joke there. It's just something dumb to say.
Fair.
All right.
I just remember the Shane.
Right.
Look, you gotta be smart to get this guy's jokes.
Mm-hmm. So if I remember, so we did the pencil off stream, and then later the rest of this was done on stream.
Yes.
So tell us kind of what's going on in the picture.
We've got
Mr. Artiste. No.
Get out of here.
Well, I remember you specifically said you want to do this in a more painterly style.
Yeah, I know. I just gotta.
Yeah, so I just gotta.
I'm still trying there. I'm still trying to get out of the video.
Oh, I got you. You're trying to escape the frame. You can't do it. Oh. Nothing exists beyond this frame. That's why our hands disappear like that. Boom, gone.
Yeah,
it was out of existence.
So one of the constant motifs that come up in the series here is this tree. It's something that's very important. Trees, since it's based on Celtic mythos, are very pivotal to their culture. So I kind of wanted to make sure that trees were constantly thrown in at any point in time, or references to them in some form or fashion. That's probably why I also liked a lot of birds in here too, because birds and trees tie.
Yeah, and you have these cool like bird lizard things in the back. These like chocobos.
Chocobo-esque sort of thing.
What were they called? You said you
Ombos.
Ombo. Okay.
It's because they could fly. Not really fly, more like glide for a bit. Swim and run. So Ombo comes from like ambidextrous.
Oh, okay.
So it means like both. So
Makes
I was
sense.
like, oh, it can do both. It can fly and swim, or like fly and run.
So it's like the mega chocobo.
Yeah.
That can go over everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except it's more lizardy than it is birdie.
I got you. This dude's face.
Oh.
Let's try and figure out. There we go. You got the right distance there.
Yeah. But yeah, so the tree is in this flame here. This is probably going to be something similar to the icon that's going to be used in the book. Mm-hmm. This is also, I think, no, this is not the first time you used these big markers.
It was one of the first times you used it, so. Actually, it might have been, because I think you do the part where you like drop the cap at one point. Maybe that was a different video.
It might be.
But,
oh, okay. What was it? Trees. This is going to be the symbol, probably. This was on the Giant Queen, and this is going to be in some form or fashion a reference to another painting that's going to be coming up that is this great tree that is the source of a lot of magic in the world.
Yeah, this is the tree from, like, this is back at the beginning of the creation of, like, where the story of this continent begins. It has to do with all those angels, and this tree has, like, a fruit, and then at some point, giants show up, you know, and they fight these angels, and this tree is destroyed or vanishes somewhere, you know, and that's kind of like, and it breaks the continent apart. That's why the continent is in two parts with a part in the middle. So the part in the middle is where the tree used to be.
Right. And there's a lot of people searching for the tree because there apparently is, you know, a lot of ideas about, oh, there's ancient treasure there.
Or stuff like that. Like, it's just a mystical part of this world. This is the, like, real history of things. There's, like, a lot of different layered histories from different groups, you know, and so you get some of the story from some people, some of the story from other people, things like that.
And then one of the things else that's important is that it's something that's super wide known, is that this tree exists, or something along it. It's like a lot of fairy tale and things like that you know, storytellers from around the world will talk about, or sit around a campfire and talk about. So that's where I came up with the idea for this piece in particular, because we have our main storyteller who's being told the story by some traveling, you know, guides, things like that in the region that are basically taking him through the area. And he's, I like to imagine this might have been the first time that he had seen this symbol or something like that, and as it came out of the flames of somebody using some magic on it, which would be, you know, pretty intense. Yeah. So I thought that'd be a real cool little trick or a little thing to
I mean, I'd be pretty blown away if someone made this pop out of a fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
that'd be pretty intense.
So, yeah, and also we do use the symbol a lot now. Anytime I'm working on this book, we usually have this in our stream title.
Yeah, it's the logo. It's with our stream logo now.
Which reminds me, I know I said I was going to work on the next piece on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me that I'm actually going to work on a commission.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Chad. I got I've had a
Did you get another commission yet?
No. This was the one that's like.
I got it.
There's I got a lot of it's a big one.
Okay.
So it's like, I probably should do this. And
I thought you were doing that on Saturday.
I thought I was. No, that's not for the stream though. Kamen Rider Saber.
Oh, okay.
Is on stream for Saturday.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on. I have a lot of things going on. Can you believe that I, in all of my masochistic ways, decided that it was okay to do 4 extra pages to fix this comic?
I told you didn't have to, but I am kind of glad you did.
I know.
It's much better.
It is much better.
It's much better. We'll have some videos going over our comic also. I'm almost done editing, and we're gonna record them all back to back.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice. They'll be out. They should all be out by the time the comic is available to read online.
Yes, we're gonna be spending the next month getting all of the screen tones, typesetting, things like that, all that done. But that's another project for another time. I just remembered that, and I felt like I needed to mention that streaming has been pretty fun. I'm
enjoying it.
We're still trying to figure out what days work best for us, viewership-wise.
I'm trying to get a lot of viewers.
Yeah, Mondays seem to be a little weak, so we're in the process of figuring out what would be a better streaming schedule. It's just rough because doing this a full-time job and all that other stuff kind of do end up getting in the way of what I'm trying to do for a living.
Yeah.
But, whatever keeps bills paid and the health insurance.
So those are those same bones that are seen in that shark picture.
That is correct.
Or they're similar. I don't know if they're not the same exact ones, but they're similar.
There are the same idea.
Yeah. So that's another thing that is like weird about this place is this like because those are the trees on the opposite side. So they're at kind of like a border in this weird realm
where there's a forest.
Because you can get there through that forest,
right?
Because there's like a distortion there from that crystal that the gargoyle
sits on.
Yeah.
So those lizard people worship.
Yeah, it creates like a weird distortion.
Which we need to. We'll get back to those lizard people probably sometime September. I'm gonna. One of the things I'm trying to do when I pace out these.
I love the white eye here.
Oh yeah, right.
Names. Yeah.
One of the things I try to do whenever I'm pacing out stream art and whatever it is I'm choosing to do, we've gone over this a lot where it's like, well, we want to make sure we stay in a region for a while, like a specific thing, so that there's at least some sort of continuity where people who are coming into stream over and over again are like, well, I remember this character from this one. There's a creative of a narrative without making an actual narrative.
Yeah, we want to build like a theme for the month usually for our streams. So like the last time was locations.
Yeah. This time it's specifically at the Sky University because that's where we ended on in the location streams. In September I'm going back over to the more cultish side of the things.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go back to the swamp and stuff.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm going to the more cultish side of things is because September is right before October, which is Halloween, but I do Inktober and all in October, Inktober and all that stuff, and boy,
that's gonna be tough.
I don't know what to tell you, chat. I don't think I have it in me to continuously work on.
Yeah, no way.
The book.
No one would expect you to do that.
And 31 ink drawings.
Yeah, anyone who wants you to do that now, they can go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like in this one you painted over pretty much everything and then went and inked back. Like we're going to see all these figures get painted over and then they'll be inked.
It's because I wanted to have, again, a more painterly idea, especially since this is a nighttime scene. Nighttime scenes, I feel, need to be focused more on the lighting and the shadows.
Definitely. I was going to say that the way you did it makes it look like the fire is there. Because, if you take a look at a picture of someone and it's mostly firelit, the lines can kind of get a little lost.
And there are a lot more just blocks of color and shape.
Yeah, details get kind of like orange and red and stuff. And
that's why we went with this, and I'm starting to silhouette it out. Then I realized I probably should just do a yellow over the entire thing. I kind of dab it down, and then this is when I go get back into the fire a bit.
Got some colored pencils.
Yeah.
A little more white out.
Again, I wanted to make this fire look good.
Yeah, it looks great. There's like a dragon too at the bottom.
Yes.
Because there's also a dragon that was involved with this tree.
Yes.
That's the dragon that is mentioned with the mountain people.
Yes.
That was slayed by the giants. And then the dragon, like, the skeleton becomes the basis for all the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. It was funny too when we were talking about that dragon. When I originally designed that dragon, I don't think it's gonna look like this when we actually get to it, so it's not really a spoiler. Yeah. I wanted the dragon's tail to be the tree.
Yes, I remember that was a thing. But we also said that we were going to do a picture of what people said, the legend of this.
Yeah.
And then versus there's the real thing.
Yes.
Because I like that part of history and myth is like thinking about stuff like that. It's like, well, if this was real, this might be when we were off stream. I don't remember because I zoomed in. But...
No, this is before going off stream.
Okay, yeah. Because sometimes I don't zoom in if we're on stream. I just kind of let it sit there.
No.
But yeah, I like the idea of the disconnect between like myth and reality and things like that. So I thought it would be cool if you have the in-universe version of it and then the like real version of it.
Yes, and I agree wholeheartedly with those kinds of sentiments because that's such a thing that like happens a lot in reality also.
Yeah, it also happens in real life.
Yeah, because like that's like we get those myths like for King Arthur, for myths like Constantine, or even like more recently like George Washington or actual presidents before we had photography. They're all renditions. They're not exactly accurate depictions of them. They're meant to be more flattering.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I decide that I'm going to do this, and where I decide to go all yellow on the thing to make sure that the light is the most important thing. That's the base color.
Mm-hmm. And then I like how the lizards are like just shadow kind of like blue things in the back. They look really cool like that.
Yeah, and got to create a sense of space as well as light.
So, I mean, obviously you wouldn't see them like in high detail.
Right.
They're hiding in a shadow.
Yeah, and this is also trying to just continuously go over the top and get as much of the shadowing as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the color as well.
I like that guy's face. He's the zoomed up in the thumbnail.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I haven't zoomed up to him. Because I usually have like the full picture and then I'll zoom in on a part. And I just like the way that his face ended up.
Yeah.
He's like, I like that.
So you
like that hand gesture, like, oh.
It's funny that when I first, when I was watching, or when I first did it, I was like, oh, please don't let this end up looking like he's giving somebody the bird.
No, you can definitely tell he's like this. Once you draw it.
I know. But that's when I first did it. I was like,
that's funny. I didn't even think of that. That reminds me of that one time you drew that guy and you were like, yeah, he's just got like a stick or something. I'm like, dude, it looks like he has a gun. On that Sphinx one. Could remember? Because he's like holding something and from far away it looked like he had a gun.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I was like, no, you gotta erase that. I was like, that's setting the wrong mood.
That's fair. I remember that now. That's
yeah, it was a long time ago, but I thought it was just funny how and he was really tiny in the picture, but it was the way that he was holding it.
It's so bizarre thinking about all those other pictures I've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, you'd be surprised. Like a lot of the pictures I did that are back. Like it's weird because you'd be like, oh, I did that picture in 2019. And I'm like, man, that feels like forever ago.
Yeah, or 2018 ones,
stuff
like that.
It's because, I do so many pictures now.
And you've changed your style so much. You were, doing so much digitally, and now you've gone to doing almost nothing digitally.
Yeah.
On some pieces.
Yeah, it depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
Or what I think will fit better for the picture. But it's not important. What's important is there's been a lot of changes, and I've done a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I think because I did a count recently of how many illustrations or how many finished pieces I've done up till now, and I know I've passed 150.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the 45 plus page comic, and because of working on this book and then doing all those fan art pieces and then all the commission work I have. So
I just noticed it, but I like that guy's little lantern. That's above your hand. I like that. It looks really good. Yeah, and then this guy is pretty cool.
But yeah, it's super weird, and you think about it, how just doing things over and over again can constantly cause either improvements or just not even improvements, radical changes to how you go about doing things, and also getting new tools, things like that. You find out new methods. Just very interesting to see any artist who goes through changes and things like that. Because it reminds me actually, Kazuka Takahashi was talking about in one of his volume things where he's talking about like how as a kid he always thought it was weird that the characters ended up looking different as time went on, and then he was like, "Wow, Yugi looks very different."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, he grew up."
Yeah, right.
He grew up a little. And he like has a little tear in his eye. My boy grew up.
We were showing off a page there. I didn't notice that was still there. We should have edited that out. Oh well.
Yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah.
It's how it goes when you do streams. I think this is also where we're about to get to the end of the actual stream portion because I remember I think I had to finish like the rest of the stuff off stream just because.
Yeah, this is where you're talking about how you're going to do it off stream, I think. Yeah, and now you can see the sun in the back.
Yes.
A time when the sun used to shine. So long ago. I feel like it was just yesterday.
The sun's shining right now, Les.
No, that's fake. Obviously, you must be a round earther. Can you believe that that's the sun? No. Come on, buddy. Obviously, the CIA put lights outside. What a fool. Can you believe this guy?
Get out of this video.
Exactly. It can't be the real sun because we're stuck inside this video. The sun doesn't exist in here. Only I exist.
Help me. Save me.
You cannot be saved.
That's probably true.
Oh, yeah, and you're painting his little cool dinner spread that he's got there.
Yeah. That was one of the things I always liked about the Arabic culture, I guess. Is that the right word for it?
Probably. Yeah.
That food seems to be a very big ordeal.
Yeah. A lot of cultures have stuff like that with food, like an emphasis on sharing food and things like that.
Yeah, it's not as much of a Western thing, though.
No, not the same.
Because, like, at least it might just be because of my personal upbringing, and I'm, acquainting it to other people's upbringing as well.
We have a less communal society in America also.
Yeah.
Especially in modern times also.
Because, most of, like, the only time that I've really, like, even with Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those, like, holidays where you're supposed to get together with family and eat.
Yeah.
Like, we're eating, but the TV's on in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
those are just vestigial, like, you're trying to, it's like it's fake, you're trying to maintain this tradition, basically. It's hollow, kind of.
Very much so.
It can be very hollow, depending on the situation.
Yeah, depending on also how you're dynamic and how much you actually care about said scenario. My family doesn't really care. In the sense of, like, we're personally...
yeah, you're relying on the lizards and stuff.
Personally, I think, actually, it's... I know, like, I have certain...
You faked me out on that one.
I did?
Yeah, did you see me go up there? Yeah, and come back down.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm moving on to this guy. I was like, oh, okay. Nope.
I'm trying to remember, I don't think there's been a time where I've been in, like, one of these, like, sharing of food meals and things like that settings and for quite a while.
Yeah, it depends on who you go with. I mean, you got to have, like, a lot of friends or whatever.
It's
things
not
like that.
Yeah, because I used to do that when...
Also, we don't go out to campfires much.
I know.
If you're... Yeah.
I'm not talking about, like, going to campfires. I'm talking about the sharing meals together sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it, too, because my usual... back when I lived in New York and couldn't go to any family gatherings, I felt like I was doing a lot more going out of the way to get people to come over who didn't go to family gatherings. I felt like there was a lot more meaning to that than the actual going with families and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than just, like, it's weird because it's like, oh, huh. I guess it's just a really American thing.
Yeah, we're closing in on the end of the video, though, it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like there's only about maybe 2 minutes left.
Getting there.
Yeah, we're on the last guy, too. We got the storyteller dude here.
Yeah. Him and going wild on the whole fire stuff, and we got to make sure that he's got the most lights on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his outfit, the part with those little rings is based on, like, we just found this book of old, like, art or something.
Yeah, medieval,
Yeah, and this guy has this outfit that has these weird, like, roped loop knots as a pattern or something like that, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. It's, like, white with blue knots on it. I'm just like, yeah, we're stealing this. This looks cool. Sure. Yeah, it's super unique. Yeah, there we go. With all the shadows on it. Yeah. That looks nice.
Never.
I think we're going to slow motion, so that means we're getting to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, this little like eyedropper, like almost like
it's like nail polish
thing.
It's like nail polish.
It's nice and all, but like you have to like constantly like be like worried about it globbing just because of
I could imagine
the thin brush and the large like thick plastic thing that the whiteout hangs onto.
Yeah, I was gonna say I mean, it's not like it's specifically art whiteout, is it? It's not made for art? Or...
Yeah, it is. It's Copic.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't know. Then I guess there's no excuse.
No, I mean...
They need to up their brush technology. It's 2020. Where's the brush tech?
Bro, I still am waiting for that.
Reinvent the brush.
I'm still waiting for that droplets.
You showed me
droplets.
that. Yeah,
I'm waiting for that.
Those will make some cool backgrounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Those would be nice to do probably as like backgrounds, and then also you can like cut them as fabric patterns and put them on stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking if I was to, like his one with the last illustration we worked on last night, if I had a way to properly, steal off any of the white areas that I wanted to do, I would use that material for the background to make that kind of celestial look that we were looking for in the space piece.
Yeah, and here's some pictures of here's some footage of the final thing.
Yes, the ASMR of us tearing.
We had the tape tearing. I took out most of it, but I wanted to leave up just some final shots of it.
Yeah, it's a good piece.
You could like reflect on it. Yeah, I really like the way it looks. It's got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely mostly about kind of trying to capture
the feeling
of being around a campfire.
Yeah, with a bunch of friends and stuff.
Telling stories, swapping.
Yeah, and there it goes.
Plots. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I like this a lot. I think you should do some more. I know you were talking about we were talking about maybe you need something to practice on. I think maybe like practicing your lighting or something. Or sometimes I notice you have a bit of weird perspective things that have come up in the last couple ones.
Perspective,
redo perspective.
Yeah.
So maybe try focus on perspective and lighting for a bit, like how you focused on hands and hair for a while.
I could do that. Yeah.
Just something like that.
That seems reasonable.
So.
Oh well.
Because targeted practice is best. Remember that, people.
Mm-hmm. Targeted practice.
You want targeted practice, measurable goals, things like that. You can't just say, I feel like I'm not getting better, but I don't know what I'm doing. I want to get better, but what do I do? That kind of thing.
And then just stick a pen in your hand and just force you to start drawing.
Yeah, you got to find something you want to get better at and then do reps at it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you only have to get 1% better at something every day for a year. And you're 37 times better. Mm-hmm. 37 times. That's insane.
Yeah. And with that final piece of advice, we're going to bid you all farewell.
Yeah. Catch you later. Catch you in the next video. Big shout outs to Ed, #1 patron. My man Ed. I hope everything's going great.
The only patron.
The only patron we need.
Yes.
The only patron in our hearts.
Kokoro.
Exactly. All right. Catch y'all later.
See it.
Catch these eyes.